Okay, so this next video is all about Jesus' teachings on forgiveness, all right? You could be asked to describe or explain that, but then also the alternative about how it's too hard to forgive in some scenarios. So, first things first, okay? Jesus teaches that that God will forgive us if we have forgiven others in our lives, okay? And his teaching was, for if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Now, obviously, you can use a bit of a paraphrase of that teaching if you want, okay? So, therefore, this motivates Catholics to forgive others in order to be forgiven by God. The next thing is that Catholics believe that forgiveness was called from God, that we should seek it, okay? And the reason for this is that if we want to go to heaven, we need to be without sin, okay? And Jesus taught us in the Lord's Prayer that we should say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. So essentially, forgive us, God, like we forgive others. So therefore, Catholics, all right, they aim to ask for forgiveness from God by receiving the sacrament of reconciliation, where their sins are forgiven. So the third thing is that Jesus teaches that anybody, okay, can receive forgiveness and atonement from God, but they have to be truly sorry. And this is because the way that Jesus treats the penitent thief on the cross, who shows that he deserves to die for the crimes that he has committed. And Jesus says to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." So therefore, the impact of this is that it helps Catholics to understand that if they've made a mistake in their life, whatever that mistake is, that if they show that they are truly sorry and that they go about trying to correct that, then God will forgive them, okay? God is love. He will be there for them. Now, the next one is that Jesus teaches that sometimes, okay, it's going to be difficult to forgive, all right? And the reason that is that we got to think of sort of the teachings and the example of Jesus, okay? So this is because Jesus models to us how we should react in those situations when he says that if we were hit, that we should turn the other cheek. And even forgave those who crucified him. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do, okay? So therefore, this helps give Catholics the strength, if you want, right, to not feel bad if they think, oh, this is really hard to forgive someone, but then it motivates them to really try to as well, okay? Now, the next thing is that Catholics believe that they should always seek to forgive, all right? That you should always forgive, really, okay? And the reason for this is that Jesus said, he didn't say that, huh? Jesus said that when it comes to forgiveness, okay, that when he's asked by Peter, how many times should I forgive, Jesus? It was called 7 times. And Jesus said, no, not 7 times, but 70 times 7 times. Now, he didn't mean go and forgive someone 490 times and keep a checklist. What he meant was always, okay? You should always seek to forgive. So therefore, Catholics are motivated by this teaching, and when they're faced with being required to forgive someone, that's what they need to do, okay? The final thing is that Jesus said that forgiveness shouldn't just be for those that you love, all right, but it should be for all people, okay? And this is because he taught that we should love your enemies, okay? And part of showing them love, showing your enemies love, is by forgiving them when they do wrong. So therefore, Catholics should know that the need to forgive isn't just for people that we're close with, but it's for the people that maybe we don't like, or that we may feel don't deserve our forgiveness. We still need to forgive them. If you get asked this as an evaluation question, it's quite a common one. It is too difficult to forgive. And you say, no, it isn't, because we should follow Jesus' teachings on this, right? But the other side of this argument is that it is too hard to forgive. Why is it too hard to forgive? Well, number one is that some people think that some things are unforgivable, all right? And this is because there are some actions that cause so much pain, so much distress, so much hurt, that you just can't move on from them. So therefore, these people may say that if a family member of those was murdered, that this would just be impossible to forgive and move on from. Another reason why some people say it's too difficult to forgive is that they may feel that some people don't deserve to be forgiven as they don't show that they're sorry or repent, okay? So, for example, right, it could be, Jesus said that we should love our enemies, which is, yeah, granted, okay, thank you. But at the same time, well, what if they have murdered a family member of ours, and they don't care about that, and they don't say that they're sorry. They've lied in court to try and get away with it, etc. Why should we forgive them? And therefore, these people may argue that when it comes to forgiveness, all right, that Jesus' teachings are too hard to follow, and instead that may feel they can only forgive somebody if they are truly sorry, all right, for what they have done, and only then do they deserve your forgiveness. The final thing you might want to say is that it's impossible for us to be able to follow Jesus' example when it comes to forgiveness. And this is because we're not perfect like Jesus. He's God. And when he was able to forgive those who had killed him, who had crucified him, that might be too much for us because we are human beings. We are not perfect, okay? We are flawed. So therefore, all right, Catholics may argue that it's impossible to follow Jesus' example, and instead that we should strive to forgive all people. But there are times when we may not be able to do that. Thanks for watching.